There comes a time in every woman's life when she must decide if she will stay where the world has placed her or if she will rise and claim where she was always meant to be. For generations, women have been told where they belong, bound by invisible chains forged from tradition, expectations, fear, and silence, chains disguised as love, chains woven from the whispers that said, you can't, you shouldn't, you must wait, you're not enough. These chains were never just metal, they were thoughts, they were rules, they were doubts passed from one generation to the next. But something is changing, something is awakening. Inside every woman is a truth that refuses to stay silent, a power that refuses to stay small, a fire that refuses to die out. And when that woman hears the call, you realize the truth you've always known. You were never meant to be chained. You were always meant to be free. Today, I want you to look at your life, not as it was given to you, but as it could be, not through the eyes of those who tried to limit you, but through your own eyes, clear, bold, and unafraid. You are not here to live by someone else's rules. You are not here to apologize for being powerful. You are here to break chains. And you are here to build paths where there were none. The chains we don't see. Some chains are visible, some aren't. But make no mistake, both are heavy. Sometimes it's a rule written in stone. Girls don't do that. Sometimes it's a rule whispered in the dark. You shouldn't want more. And sometimes it's a belief so old and familiar that it feels like it's part of who we are. I can't. But the truth is, you were never meant to carry these weights. There are women who have stayed quiet because they were told their voices didn't matter. There are women who have made themselves small because they were told they took up too much space. There are women who have turned away from their dreams because they were told they weren't good enough. But now you are done being told. You have spent long enough waiting for permission to live freely, to dream boldly, to speak loudly. The chains that held you, you are stronger than them. You are smarter than them, and you are braver than them. The day you break free, there will be a day. Maybe it's today. A day when you will look in the mirror and no longer see the girl they tried to control, but the woman you were born to be. A woman who has scars, yes. A woman who has fallen, yes. But a woman who rises again and again. And on that day, you will realize the key was always in your hand. You don't need to ask for permission to live your truth. You don't need to wait for someone to open the door. You are the door. You are the key. You are the answer you've been waiting for. Building your own path. Once the chains are gone, you stand in a new place, wide open, terrifying, beautiful. You realize something else. Now you have to build your own path. No map, no instructions, just you, your courage, and your dreams. And yes, it's scary. But here's a secret. Every path that has ever been walked was once a blank space. Every woman who led the way was once standing at the edge of nowhere, holding nothing but hope. You don't need to know exactly where you're going. You just need to take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. You will stumble, you will doubt, but you will not stop, because now you know you are free. You are not alone, and here's another truth. There are other women walking beside you, some ahead, lighting the way, some behind, following the trail you're leaving, some right beside you, holding your hand. You are never alone on this journey. Every chain you break makes it easier for another woman to break hers. Every path you build becomes a road for someone else. When you speak up, another woman finds her voice. When you stand tall, another woman finds her strength. When you choose freedom, another woman realizes she can choose it too. This is your time. You were born for this moment. You were born to rewrite the story, to break the old rules and build something new. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out. You are not here to stay silent. You are here to speak up. You are not here to wait for change. You are here to be the change. Your dreams are valid. Your voice is powerful. Your life is your own. And if no one told you this yet, let me tell you now, you are enough. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. Remember who you are. You are the daughter of women who survived. You are the sister of women who fought back. You are the mother of women who will rise even higher. And you are the woman who broke the chains and built the path. The legacy you leave long after you are gone, your footprints will remain. The path you build today will lead generations forward because you chose courage over fear, because you chose freedom over comfort, because you chose to rise even when it was hard, and because you believed in a future where women no longer live in cages. Final words: the chains are broken, the path is waiting, and you are ready. Stand tall, walk proud, live free, because you were never meant to be chained. You were always meant to fly. The ones who came before you there were women who dared, women who stood in the face of everything that told them to stop and kept going, women who were told they couldn't, but they did. And because they did, you are here now, stronger, braver, freer. Think of Malala Yousafzai, a young girl who was told her education wasn't important, that girls like her should stay silent and stay home. But Malala refused. She spoke out, she stood tall, even when they tried to silence her with bullets. And today she inspires millions of girls around the world to go to school, to dream, and to lead. She broke chains, she built a path, and you can too. The fire within, women who refuse to be bound. Oprah Winfrey was born into poverty, faced abuse, and was told she wasn't good enough. But she rose, she worked, she built an empire from nothing but belief in herself and a relentless desire to help others. They told her she didn't fit the mold. She broke that mold into pieces. And now she's a beacon of hope and strength for women everywhere. She broke chains, she built a path, and so can you. Chains are meant to be broken. Wangari Maathai, the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize, was told she couldn't lead. She was told a woman had no place in environmental movements, no place in politics. But she fought back. She planted trees, and she planted hope. Despite beatings, despite threats, despite being jailed, she kept planting. Today, millions of trees stand tall across Africa because of her, and millions of women stand tall because of her courage. She broke chains. She built a path, and so will you. Your turn to rise. These women were not born with special powers. They were not handed success. They were not given easy roads. They faced fear. They faced doubt, but they chose to rise anyway. You are no different. You are powerful beyond measure. You are capable beyond belief. And now, it's your turn. Your turn to break chains. Your turn to build paths. The fear that lies, fear is a liar. Fear whispers, you're not ready. You're not strong enough. You will fail. But fear is wrong. You are already ready. You are stronger than you think, and even if you fall, you will rise. Fear tries to keep you chained, but you hold the key. Take a deep breath and walk forward, even if you're scared, especially if you're scared. Because courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward even when fear screams the loudest. You are not a victim. You are a warrior. You've been through storms. You've walked through fires. And yet here you are, still standing, still fighting, still rising. You are not a victim of your story. You are the hero of your story. You do not need saving. You are your own savior. The chains they tried to wrap around you, you are breaking them. Every step you take, they fall away. Every choice you make, they weaken. And soon they will be gone because you are a warrior and you are unstoppable.